Hello all, welcome back to another Despicable Groove video. In this one, I'm going to go over some of my favorite Roblox games. My favorite 5 to be exact, as you can tell with the title of this video. Now Roblox is honestly quite an amazing game. It does have its quirks, but it's really cool how you can make your own game on it for thousands or even millions of people to play. And there are a ton of games, a huge variety of them too. There are also lots of good and high quality games. So picking just 5 games is quite the hard task, let me assure you. But I was able to find the 5 Roblox games I'll talk about in this video. These games will be ranked mainly based on how much fun the game is, but other factors like how much content the game has, its gameplay, its quality, and other game factors can apply to the ranking. This is also all just my opinion, so don't get mad at me in the comments I didn't put Brookhaven or whatever in the list. You can have your own opinion on these games and where you rank them. Finally, I recommend that after this video, you go play all of these games mentioned in this video. They're all great fun, and even if you don't normally play a game like the one mentioned here, try to get out of your comfort zone and see if you like it or not. Now with that all over the way, let's get into the top 5. For number 5, we have Sonic Dash. This may be a bit more of an op-up if you start thinking, but let me tell you, this game is great. I won't go too much into detail here, as I covered most of my thoughts on this game in the Weird State of Sonic Dash video, link towards in the description if you want to see it. This game is a really fun, awesome Sonic fan game, where you just play through a good handful of levels, mostly based off locations from previous Sonic games. The gameplay is kind of like a similar Sonic Adventure 1/2, where the game shines is in its momentum and level design. The momentum and the way Sonic Tails feels to control feels buttery smooth and very satisfying to clear obstacles. And on top of that, the level design is very fun to blast through, and it's very replayable. Even though once you're done with the levels and challenges, there's not too much to do, I still see myself going back to this game frequently to just play a couple of levels. This on top of consistent updates that add a good amount of content to the game. Well, I mean, the game used to do that, but currently the game is not doing well update-wise. There are still updates, there's mostly more minor ones, but again, I go over more of my weird state on that video. Overall, this game is really replayable and really fun. If you're looking for a speedy platformer on Roblox, this game is perfect for that. Moving on to number 4. And for number 4, we have Breaking Point. Now, Breaking Point is a really fun game. The main reason why it's on my top 5 list is because the game is way more fun when playing with a buddy or two. Breaking Point is a game where you and many others sit around a table and you all have one goal, be the last one standing. This is done through getting picked to shoot a gun at someone either in secret or for everyone to see in public. Then the last 2 people surviving duke it out in a knife fight to see who gets the win. It's really fun and very intense, but it gets better with a ton of other modes. From a rigorous takeout style of classic with deadly stab, to an intense gun duel where you need to be quick-witted with gunslinger. There is quite a bit of variety here. The customization here is really cool. Of course, there's a typical gun and knife skins and stuff, but there are also skins for your chair and even your sitting animation can be customized. There's even crafting. It's quite complicated and I have no idea how it works, but it's still very neat. And of course, the highlight of this game for me is playing it with close friends of mine. Just having a great fun doing so. Just having a great fun, whatever. It's definitely my favorite multiplayer experience on Roblox, and even though the game is no longer getting updates, it's still captivating enough for me to play the game. The gameplay isn't 100% perfect, but you will have a good time when playing Roblox, especially if some friends tag along. Now moving on to number 3. For number 3, we got Banana Eats. The next game mentioned here, Banana Eats, is quite an interesting case. While the gameplay itself isn't really that horror themed, I've ever really only gotten started like once or twice while playing this game. The game's atmosphere totally nails the horror vibe. The music, effects, and feel of the loneliness in these abandoned maps you're visiting all feels very spooky. And I think this alone classifies Banana Eats as a horror game, even though this game isn't really all that scary to me. Anyways, the gameplay involves you surviving a killer banana waiting to eat you. You only have 3 hearts before the banana fully consumes you, so be wise on how you escape this wretched banana. You must survive for 6 minutes. 5 of those minutes is just running and hiding around the map, avoiding the banana. And in the last minute, 2 exits on the map open up, and the players have to run to them and escape. And also, in the last minute, players are automatically reduced to 1 life, and the banana sees where they are to make it harder for them to escape. This is the main gameplay of the classic escape mode, where players, must hide from the banana, and the banana must chase the players down and eat them. But there are also 2 other modes. Banana Split, where you only have to survive for 5 minutes, but it's against 2 bananas hunting you down instead of 1. And Infection, which just works like a normal infection mode in most games. I don't really like these modes too much, but I will admit it's a nice change of pace and makes the game get more interesting. While the players might have a daunting task of saving a big bad banana, they have many things to help assist them. There's a couple of power-ups around the map. There's also many puzzles to solve too. Completing these will reduce the time on the clock, allowing you to escape earlier. And best of all, you have a little beacon buddy on your back that tells you how far, or how close, the banana is. The banana gets some assists too, with the ability to place down peels, which look like the bear traps from Piggy. And the banana also gets an icon showing where a puzzle has been completed. So if you finish a puzzle, it's best to get out of there fast. There's customization here as well, for getting new peel types by leveling up, and getting some really cool and well-made banana and beacon skins. There's a lot of stuff to buy and wear. The last thing I want to mention are the maps. They all have great design and feel unique enough from each other, from supermarkets, hospital, and even the back rooms. All 9 locations feel diverse and grace. While I've had rage-inducing moments with this game over the years, I've mostly had lots of intense fun with the game. It's really polished and a great Roblox experience overall. Now moving on to number 2. And for number 2, we have Late to School. Late to School is a really, really good Roblox game, even just a good game in general. Late to School is one of those ending games, like get us like at 4 AM and NPCs are getting smart. But I think Late to School is the best out of all these games. This is coming from someone that really likes this genre. In this game, you wake up, and, well, you're late for school. And you have to get to class as fast as possible. But the main gameplay here is getting all of the endings. There's 18 of them, and it's definitely a good amount. Although compared to some games, it might be too little, this game has it where most endings have you do a lot for it, and takes at least some amount of effort. The game is really polished, and has really fun and well put together gameplay. On top of this, it has a hat-throwing mechanic, like in Super Mario Odyssey, minus the capturing enemies part. While it isn't used a whole lot, it's still quite cool and great to use. Or at least it feels great to use, and just overall, it's great to use. My favorite part of the game is the story and lore. All the characters are great in this game, and the story/lore is crazy, and very captivating to follow. While you don't want to go into the story as it's hard to experience for yourself, it gets deep and goes to some crazy places. But yeah, but even if you don't find the gameplay interesting, I would recommend you play at least for the story, because probably the best Roblox story I've experienced. And once you get all 18 endings, there's still more to do. There's the Nostalgia Road post-game, the roleplay/hangout service that collects in, there's the fantastic early before school DLC, pretty cool story explaining after revealing some more lore, and as well as, having you get 10 more endings in this free DLC. And finally, there's a lot of badges and extras to get in the hangout servers, the main game, and the DLC. So there's tons of things to do. This game is a fun, great story-driven game with many amazing aspects to it, and I would highly recommend. This game is almost number 1, but there's one more game I slightly prefer over Late to School, and that game is number 1, Epic Minigames. Finally, my favorite Roblox game is Epic Minigames. This may seem like a bit of an anticlimactic first place pick, but this game is a really good and insanely fun game. You get dropped into a hub full of secrets and nice scenery, and get to play a minigame that's randomly selected. There's 128 minigames as of making this, and with most minigames having maps that change the scenery, layout, and even the gameplay a little bit, you'll certainly never know what you'll get next. Some of the highlights are Disc of Doom, a minigame where one player uses many weapons and even the disc's rotation to eliminate the player standing on the disc. Back for Dash, a minigame where you must platform from one side to another while dealing with a rapidly changing environment. And my personal favorite is Slippery Sledding, a minigame where you race others in a sled in an icy environment. It's really fun to control and see how fast you can go. And if you're bored of just playing minigames, you can try Epic Party. It's like Mario Party, but you play Epic minigames instead. It's pretty fun. I recommend you try it once. And of course, there's always new maps, minigames, and more always added with each update. And there's a lot to dive into with this game. I would go on for forever. So go play the game for yourself to see what I mean with all this stuff. You won't regret it. It's a really good game. I put Epic Minigames in the number 1 spot because this is some of the most fun I've had playing Roblox. And the other stuff on top of that, just playing minigames, makes me come back for more. And this is why Epic Minigames is my favorite Roblox game. Now we got the outro. Overall, this top 5 is quite interesting altogether. Games like spots 5, 3, and 1 are part of a small handful of games that I've played since it really does my account. While games like slots number 4 and number 2, I've only started playing in the past year or so, and there's a couple of recent games I've started getting into that I know I'll play for years to come. There's a lot of games that could have been in this list, but I chose these 5 for their great fun and gameplay. The games aren't all perfect, but they don't need to be. As long as you enjoy it and the game has a great heart and soul pour into it, you'll enjoy it. And it's fun, stuff like that. I don't know. But these are my 5 picks for this list. What do you think on the rankings? Let me know your top 5 Roblox games in the comments below. And make sure to like and subscribe. You don't have to, but it definitely help out the channel greatly. And make sure to follow my Twitter, link in the description, and check out some of my other videos on my channel if you're interested. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care. Bye.